All right. Everyone settle down. Everyone take their seats. Or spots. Sorry. Slimy hierarchy. Okay, well, everyone, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the first meeting of the Galactic Council. Oh, yes, the Interstellar, Vallet Commonwealth?
Yes, we have a very important question. When does the bidding on planets and populations start?
That's not what we are here for, actually. Actually, I don't know if we will ever do that here, like, ever.
Well, I, for one, think our first order of business should be to demolish the slave trade.
Yeah. Since I think we all agree on that, let's maybe focus on something else. I don't know, like maybe the Galactic Market? The Philistones would be more than happy to run it if no one else wants to.
Whoa. I think it's clear that the most capable empire to run the Galactic Market is sitting here.
Guys, can we please focus
like
on...
I said, the more important task here is banning the slave trade.
Yo, Feathers, like, no one disagrees with you. We all think the slave trade is bad, okay?
Look, can we just focus on the agenda at hand? We can discuss these other topics after we establish our rules for the council.
So, about that planetary auction.
Auction. Hey, it's you! I'm super glad that you could join me in orbit around Stellaris again, especially as we brave the great unknown with our capitalistic rock golems, the Philistones. We've been through quite a bit so far, and now that we are more connected than ever, we have a lot of work to do to keep our place in this vast void. Last time, we worked a lot on infrastructure and colonization, along with being interrupted every once in a while when we met a new species. We worked on our resource production and did some work on building up our armies. A little bit of fortification here, a little bit of fortification there, and we were all set to keep our empire safe from whatever came our way. Another surefire way to keep our empire safe was by getting along with our neighbors. We made sure to butter them up with our impressive diplomacy. Minus that tiny little incident we had, but other than that, we did pretty good. We have more things to accomplish, including trying to get our hands on the Galactic Market and pushing policies that will hopefully get us more political power. Though I'm gonna be honest with you, my Galactic Community game is kinda weak. So I'm hoping that we will learn some things together through my mistakes. Inevitable mistakes. Real quick though, before we hop into the video, we have some exciting news. I just launched a Patreon. If you want to get access to extra content and get to see videos like these a day early, you can head over there to help support me and the content I'm making. The link will be in the description below. I should also mention that you get access to a private Discord server just for Patreon members. All right, thanks for letting me self-promote a bit. Now back to the video, and I hope you enjoy. The Galactic Community. What an incredible addition to the game of Stellaris, and also my waking nightmare. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a fantastic concept, and I love all that it can do, but I'm gonna be real with you, okay? Just between me and you, I take one look at that massive list of policies, and my brain starts making noises like it was connecting to dial-up internet. I usually never propose any resolutions because I have no idea what to propose. I'm also never sure if I'm getting enough diplomatic weight or am I understanding what the actual policy is asking for. The system has always been difficult for me. Thankfully though, this time around I knew exactly what I was going for. It's a little thing called the Galactic Market. What is the Galactic Market? Well, now this is a good question, and if I'm honest, I didn't actually know what it did. After a look at the Stellaris wiki, I was even more confused. There were so many different things involved than I first realized. The only thing I was sure of by the end of my spelunking was that I would get a 10% discount on the market. Which, to be honest with you, is quite a hefty discount, and I am more than willing to grab it. I also think I might get more trade value on the planet that the Galactic Market is on, but to be honest, I'm really not certain at all. Either way, someone else suggested the Galactic Market resolution, and we went ahead with upvoting some others that I thought were also going to help us gain more diplomatic weight. Emphasis on the word thought. I even proposed buzzword standardization, which will hopefully give us more political power based on our economy. And let's be real, our economy is fantastic because of all of our philanthropy. This is editing, Jacob. I just realized that I said philanthropy. And that has got to be the best unintentional joke I've made this entire series, and I've never been more proud of my subconscious than at this very moment. I just wanted you guys to know that. I also supported Comforting the Fallen, which I now realize was a terrible move because it boosts spiritual empires and we're materialist, which is the exact opposite. So you know, I could have thought about that one a bit better. I don't know why I didn't. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Speaking materialist, we have some new materialists in the galaxy. The Gudgian Foundation adopted the materialist ethic, which meant they became more friendly, and we jumped on the chance of getting a commercial back, which they graciously agreed to. We've got them right where we want them. To give them support, obviously. I mean, we're philanthropists after all, not vampiric resource suckers. With our commercial pact in full swing, we went ahead and founded a branch office on the Gudgan homeworld. We started by producing around 25 energy credits in profit, so we added a research complex to up our own research production, and a commercial center that helped the value of the branch office. Oh yeah, it was all coming together. Overall though, our joining the Galactic Community wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. We also made our fair share of enemies at this time, including the Molinarak Star Alliance. They are egalitarian xenophobe militarists, and thankfully, we aren't right next to them. The first vote on the Senate floor is the one proposed by the Philistones. Buzzword standardization was set up to pass with flying colors, especially since it seemed like everybody wanted it. One problem though, is that there are a couple of civilizations with more economic strength than what I have currently, and if I wanted to get more diplomatic power, I need to get stronger economy set up, which requires something. I guess when I was playing this, I just decided that meant more branch offices, which I think works a little bit, but there are probably other things I need to do as well that I don't actually do at the time of this recording. On a slightly brighter note, we are starting to make friends with other lithoids, which is pretty sweet. Agreed, actually. Hey, we lithoids gotta stick together, you know? They are the Union of Bruvan Planet States. They are egalitarian and fanatic xenophiles, which means we got ourselves some fairly compatible ethics. With an embassy established and open borders established, the next step was getting that commercial pact. If we wanted to get commercial pacts with other species, though, there was a slight barrier to that goal. We have to improve our relations, and currently my envoys are already stretched pretty thin, which means I had to get creative. This also reminded me that we have a spy in one of the empires that hates our guts, and also I don't actually know how to espionage in Stellaris. I get the general gist of it, but let's be real, I'm not sure how to utilize it in any way that gives me a leg up. So our envoy sits there, hoping to do something. One day. We finally finished our third tradition tree and got to pick our third ascension perk, which is Archaeological Project, which would basically allow us to make Archropolises later on. Super helpful. One thing that I ended up being terrible at is planetary designation. What is a planetary designation, you ask? That's a fantastic question. And at the time of the recording, I was not 100% sure. After a quick look at the wiki, which is the theme for this episode apparently, I think I found my answer, and now realize just how wrong I have been playing this game 4 years now. Designations are insanely helpful, especially when paired up with planetary ascension. This is another thing that I'm not really clear about. Wait a second, which increases, okay, hold on a second. Planets, including habitats and ring worlds, can be ascended using Unity? Which increases the effects of the planet's designation and reduces empire size? Each tier increases the effect of the planet's designation by 25% of the base and reduces the empire size contribution of the colony, its districts, and its pops by 5% each? Tiers are unlocked for a maximum of 10, a possible total of 250. A generator world with 2 ascension tiers would give plus 37.5% bonus to technician output? I have been playing this game wrong for years. Has planetary ascension been in the game all this time? Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I was gonna do this as like a bit at the beginning, but now I'm actually reading this. Like, this has gone on longer than I wanted it to be. This is ridiculous. Look at this. If you designate a planet something, it increases the gathering up. This is 25% more minerals right here. I'm moving my finger across the screen, which I realize you guys can't see. The mouse you can see. It's like right here. Look at this. All this stuff. Researcher upkeep and lab build speed is increased if it's a tech world. The fort. Oh my gosh, refinery worlds. Synthetic crystal plants. So all the plants are upped, and then all the resources are. But does planetary ascension work on those secondary resources? Yeah, I was not happy, and as I'm writing this, I'm equally unhappy, and just at how long it took me to learn this. Now, if I can just figure out how to ascend a planet, it's probably this icon, this little up arrow. Yeah, that would be it. Thing that's been staring me right in the face since I started playing this game. Maybe let me know in the comments what your favorite strategy is when you are trying to prioritize certain designations and ascensions. It'd be very helpful for me personally. In summary, basically you can add a designation to your planet. This can be generator world, mining world, tech world, etc. There will be a list on screen with all the different designation types and what bonuses they offer. Feel free to pause the video and get a good look. Each of these designations, though, produce more of those types of resources or make those resources easier to obtain. This could be through lowering build times or discounting upkeep for certain specific workers. Now, this by itself is already phenomenal. This is already leaps and bounds better than what I have been doing, but it doesn't stop there. Once you get your third Ascension perk, you can start unlocking Ascension tiers for your planets by using Unity. These Ascension tiers essentially boost the ridiculous boosts you already get for the designation. This is such an important and powerful part of the game. I really just wish I would have known sooner. Do you know how many games of Stellaris would be going so much better had I known this important aspect of the game? It's fine. I know, it's fine. Anyways, as we were just testing out our designations and beginning to vote to form the Galactic Market, the unthinkable happened. We'll see if we keep them or not. Rivalry is cool. And no, we have... No! Didn't take long for a great and glorious leader to be replaced by Kill Arim. We'll miss you, Goliath. You were an incredible leader. Our new leader was off to a, shall we say, bad start, as all of our improvement efforts with the alliance of Heka 4 still did not push us over the threshold of cordial. This was going to be a problem, until I remembered we're rich. So what better way to solve this problem than throw some money at it? In the end, it still did not work, and we still had to move on to another empire. It was rough. Branch offices are another thing that I was having trouble with. I figured the best way to find a planet to put a branch office on was by looking at the population, and oh boy, was there an easier way. Apparently, if you hover over the branch office button and the diplomacy tab of an empire, it will give you a list of the best planets to put your branch office on. This is way easier than just guesstimating the value of a planet, which I have no idea if that's even a viable option. We did end up establishing a branch office on Gatad, which was a part of the Garanshu Harmonious Compact. The office was going to give us 129 energy credits per month, which was actually really, really good. We also ended up boosting this with a commercial forum, as well as a private mining consortium. I was hoping it would become a big money maker later. The one thing I'm having trouble with is keeping up with jobs. Jobs keep popping up all the time, and I never have enough slots, it seems. Well, on most planets. Others are actively losing jobs, which is either because of immigration or because of the warp beasts. I'm not sure. I'm not ready to touch that can of worms yet. It was at this point that I ended up ascending my capital world without having any real idea of what I was actually doing. Of course, I didn't set a designation for that planet and therefore missed out on a lot of potential resources. Now, you may have been fooled into believing that I knew what I was doing by ascending another world and designating it an urban world. And you definitely would have been fooled. This was the definition of a fluke and me just clicking buttons because it sounded like it would give me some type of boost or bonus. I did take some time to designate some of the worlds that way we could produce more resources, and I would be able to organize what planets were going to do what. Oh yeah, and on Gathanite, I upgraded a planetary administration into a planetary capital. Actually, you know, I don't even know if I know what that does. I've played this game for so many years, but I'm not entirely sure what upgrading it will do. Oh my gosh, we're back at it again. So I'm looking at this, and you've got your reassembled ship shelter, which, you know, has housing amenities, building slots, which I don't know if that's like the actual, I think that's the actual buildings, not like district slots. So it's building slots is a +1. But then you get +2 for a planetary administration, and you get more housing and more amenities, and branch office stuff. And then each tier just keeps increasing these things until you eventually get to an Imperial Palace, which I don't even know what you would need for that. I am seriously learning so much. I kind of like this format just for that reason. If you like this format too, please make sure to leave a like. It helps me know that you're enjoying watching the content. I went ahead and gave the newer colonies Forge World designation so that we can boost our alloy production, because we are severely lacking in alloys and an army. The saddest part of this playthrough happened. Our great Philistonian leader, Goliath, died at the ripe old age of 139. He lived a long, good life, ruling over his people in the most capitalistic way possible. A moment of silence for our fallen leader. Henry, could you play a little something for him? With our great leader's death, all hope seemed lost. That was, until it happened. The birth of the Galactic Market. The time had come. The race had started, and our goal was just beyond the event horizon. I quickly paused the game and voted my capital world as the potential candidate to hope it would get selected. All this time, I had been building up my fleet power to be able and take on whatever threats come our way. This meant, with a strong fleet like the ones I had, I was able to take on the mining drones that had been plaguing our system for years. With them cleared out, this really was turning into a bright new age for the Philistonian people. We were likely to get the Galactic Market, our precursor system was now within our grasp, and we finally had a sizable fleet to be able to fight against any other threats we had need to deal with. We had grown in power, and we were ready to take on the galaxy. The stage was set. We were going to become one of the richest empires in the galaxy. For Rocketarian reasons, obviously. We're not the bad guys here. A bright new era is shining on the Philistones. Where will their next adventure take them? Will they get the Galactic Market? Will they be able to increase their political power? What else will Jacob learn about this game that he should have known for 6 years since he has been playing it? Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see in the next episode of Stellaris, Rise of the Philistones.